Hello everyone, I'm Trey Rich and welcome to The Buzz. On today's show we have Kelianne Stankus, then we have from All That and That Girl Lele, Gabrielle Nevaeh Green, and finally we have the cast of Disney's Secrets of Sulphur Springs. It's our first show of 2022. Let's get this party started.
Hey, my name is Preacher Lawson and let's get buzzed.
Before we get started, we have some breaking news. Kanye West is being investigated for allegedly punching a fan.
Away from me. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Hey man, I'm protecting us now.
No, get away from me.
I'm protecting us now.
Give me your hand. I am your family.
Ain't no hand.
I am your family. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Ain't no hand. No. You were supposed to talk to her.
Why did he just do that?
The video shows a fan lying on the ground and a person claiming to be Kanye West's family trying to calm the rapper down. The story is still developing, so please check back for more details. In other news, Britney's little sister Jamie Lynn is on damage control and a book tour and says she doesn't know why her sister is mad at her, says her accusations of her taking advantage of her are hurtful, and of course dodged all questions about the conservatorship during the recent interview. First up, we have super TikToker, singer, and dancer, and recently engaged Kellyanne Stank has stopped by to tell us about her new track Boys, her time in the Hype House, and maybe some wedding details. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, it's Kelianne. I'm at the Buzz Studio, and check out my interview now. I always had like a little fan base when I started posting on social media back then, but it really didn't like grow until COVID started. That's when I would post videos and they would get millions and millions and millions of views. And I just kept posting and I just grew this huge audience that I have now. And it's insane how just posting every single day, you can just grow this audience. I was in the Hype House for a little bit, and then my two best friends, Taylor and Nate, Taylor wanted to start his own house, and so we kind of just went with it, and I filmed with them already. So it's just a content house is a good thing to make content. Obviously, it's a content house. And it was a good time in my life to be there. It's kind of like college, you could say. Like everyone just lives together. You have a bunch of roommates. It's crazy. Parties going on all the time. But it also, I did it for a year. And I think a year is a good amount of time. Any more, I would have gone crazy. A good size. I had my own little guest house, which was nice. But I'm also older than all of them, and so, you know, you need your own space. I'm engaged, and I moved in with my fiance, so it just like made sense. A year was enough time, and now it's time to move on.
Adulting took over.
Adulting, exactly. Like real life. There's only a couple left. I think it'll always be a thing, like living with people who make content together. I don't necessarily think like a content house will be a thing anymore, but just like a bunch of people living together making content. I think that will always be a thing, just because it's easy. It's easy to get. When you live by yourself, it's kind of hard to make content. I mean, you can make content by yourself, but it's nice to have people around and help grow together. Today we are trying on wedding dresses. If you didn't know, I'm getting married. I'm marrying Chase Matson. If you guys don't know. Here it is. We're getting married next year. So I wanted to kind of bring you guys along the process of like wedding planning, because I think it's so fun to watch other people try on wedding dresses, different things that they do for the wedding. So I kind of wanted to bring you guys along. Wedding. Yes, even though it's a huge dress, I feel dainty.
It's really sweet.
Because it's just so pretty.
It's very enchanted.
Oh yes.
Right?
Yes. I know. That's why I had to keep it so secret. I went to film that video and I didn't try on anything close to what my actual dress is, just because they are so secretive. They're a little detective. I mean, obviously, I put my life out there on the internet, so like I know that these things will happen. But I don't share too much. I like to keep certain things private, especially when it comes to planning this wedding. I would want to keep certain things private just so it's special for Chase and I. But I know fans are dying to see certain things about the wedding, so I'm trying to share what I can, but also keep things private at the same time.
Boys, 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 boys. Boys, 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 boys. Oh my God, you strike like the lightning crashing down on me, and all that I can hear is rum ba ba da ba da da ba da da.
So I've been in the studio for almost 2 years now, trying to figure out my sound and like what style we want to go with and kind of like what sounds best on me. I've been writing a bunch of different songs. Was pitched a lot of different songs, and I was pitched Boys. And the moment I heard it, I was like, oh, I love this. Like, this is such a good bop for anyone to sing. And so I decided to record it, and I was like, this is the first one that I'm going to release, just because it is so fun, and it's a good song to start off my music journey. I'm going to be releasing an EP this year, so just music is my focus for this year. So yeah, I don't want to limit myself ever to anything, so I think anything is possible as long as I work hard, so acting is definitely something I want to do. And what's great about acting is you can be any age. So my new username across the board is I am Kelianne, TikTok, Instagram, and then my YouTube is also, it hasn't changed yet, but it's going to be just Kelianne. Hi, my name is Kelianne, and you've just been buzzed.
Boys is out now on all streaming platforms, and Kelianne tells us the music video is on its way. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we have Gabrielle Nevaeh Green in our studio to talk about her new release and announcing the Wildcard game for the NFL and Nickelodeon. We'll be back after this.
Cause I'm lovable. If you don't know me, then I love you.
The next season of All That is coming soon, and the popular show That Girl Lele is out now. Both co-stars the talented Gabrielle Nevaeh Green, and she stops by to talk to Felicia Michelle about her new song Lovable and her NFL announcing gig. Let's take a look.
Buzz family, you're in for a special treat. We have super talented comedic actress, singer, just phenomenal young woman, Miss Gabrielle Nevaeh here with us. Hey, Gabrielle.
Hey.
Oh, that's the dance. You definitely are super blessed. You have so many different projects going on. I'm so excited to talk to you about them. First things first, I have to just get off just right off.
Okay.
All that, like, do you know what kind of institution that is? That's like the SNL for kids. Just,
I mean, it's an honor to be a part of such a project that had a huge impact on your generation and the generation before, and to also bring that back for kids my age and kids younger than me. So, you know, it's a huge blessing to be with the OG cast and to be able to, you know, create my own characters and get my work out there, you know.
how do you come up with these characters and develop these? Like, do you go into like this like dream world of your own, or do you write them down, or are they based off of anybody?
Well, listen, I'm crazy. So, you know, sketch comedy is a way to kind of just be like, oh, she's just doing a character like Alicia the barista. That's just me. That's just me being myself, basically. But, you know, of course, a little heightened. But, you know, with Beyonce specifically, it's hilarious because I didn't want to do that. I auditioned with that character, and I didn't want to do it at all because my coach, we were working through, like, you know, what I'm good at and what would be great to showcase in the audition. And she was like, well, I think it would be really unique if you did an impression. And I was like, I don't do impressions. Like, what is that? Like that wasn't my arena at the time. And Maya Rudolph is a big inspiration of mine, and her Beyonce impression is fantastic. Like, she slays that. So that was basically how we came up with the Beyonce character. Was
were you nervous with the Beehive?
Of course, it's
the Beehive
Beyonce.
Will sting you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially yeah. So we wanted to be really specific and really, you know, respectful of being her hive.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the hive.
Yeah, of course, me too. So I'm like, let's do this right. But creating characters is just so much fun, and I had a lot of fun putting my own input into what we did.
This place is great! Hey, everybody! It's my first day! This is my locker. Stay close.
What's up, Sadie? Who's your friend?
Oh, hey, Jeremy. This is my very human friend, Lele.
So getting to work now with That Girl Lele, like, first off, I think it's just amazing how the two of you together on this show just really highlights how everyone's journey is different.
Right.
She, you know, her and her dad, they put out her music, and then there's like social media, and that's how, she was found and she was discovered, formal training and different things like that. So it's just so interesting that y'all both had your own journey and are at the same place in this platform and working together. So tell me what's like working with her, because I mean her character is just like all sass, which that's a little bit of her too.
That's just her. She's literally playing herself, and what's great about it is I'm kind of playing a version of my younger self where I was very insecure, I was very shy, I didn't have a whole lot of friends. I guess now like it's a trend, like you're the popular loner, but in middle school that was not a trend for me, So Sadie's kind of a reflection of who I was in, maybe 6th or 7th grade, but working with Lele is great because we kind of teach each other different things. She's very street smart, and I learn a ton of things from her. I laugh sometimes because I learned from Lele that when you get in a fight, you should probably put Vaseline on you. Yeah, girl. Yeah, that was the first time I had ever heard that. It's just little things like that that we really teach each other. I told her the basic camera positions and things like that. I taught her a little bit about acting, and we worked on my freestyle a little bit, but no, she's my little sister, and she's really great.
So you have a lot of young girls that look up to you. You mentioned that you always like wear your natural hair, like show off that different standards of beauty. Is there anything else that you do like really intentional to be like a positive example? I mean, I know it's a lot of pressure. I think it's actually too much pressure to call somebody a role model, because I feel like you can learn from a bunch of different things from a bunch of different people, right?
Absolutely.
So what is outside of just, celebrating natural hair and different textures and shades and all that good stuff, do you try to, express to your followers?
I try to be an advocate for anti-bullying, because that was something that I really struggled with. And, I do a lot of philanthropic work through a myriad of different organizations for homelessness and building wells in underdeveloped countries and things like that. But I really try to push the anti-bullying because it's something that we're still struggling with. I feel like that's something that we're going to struggle with for a long time, but we can get better if we work together on it, and we just talk and express how we feel in a non, in a friendly way.
No attacks.
No attacks.
I say no attacks, just facts, just how I feel and what's going on, and getting to a resolution of how to make things better. But there's no off button for bullying, I think, anymore, because now social media, like, we're all connected 24/7, 365, whether we want to be or not. So that's really great that you're putting out that message. But you're also putting out some new things. So you got some music cooking up for us. Talk to me about your new singles.
Yeah, so January 15th, my first single of this year is Lovable. And that is going off of basically the positive messages that I like to put out. I wanted an anthem for girls. And this song is about loving yourself no matter what the other person does in the relationship or the friendship or whatever it is.
Situationship.
The situationship,
What do y'all say sneaky link? I don't really like that
word. I don't like that word either. I don't. That just sounds so.
That sounds
I don't
wrong.
deal with that. Yeah, that does not sound great. But no, it's about self-love and putting yourself first and making sure you're taking care of yourself before you're ready to take care of someone else. Besides Lovable, we've got tons of stuff coming out music-wise. I don't want to say too much because it's very interesting, and it's probably not what you would expect. So I'm really excited.
Well, it just seems like, I'm pumped for you. It just seems like what you're trying to do, or correct me if I'm wrong, you just are stretching your creative muscle. Like, this is like, you're like pumping your creative iron and just getting like outside of the norm. Like, because I guess maybe people just expect to get one type of music from you or one kind of thing with you, but you're not a monolith. I'm sure you seem like a young woman rather, who has a lot of complexities and has a lot more to show and to continue to offer throughout your career. Like, I see you going all the way, girl. Like,
Thank you.
I believe in you. I really think you can. You have the right type of attitude to continue to make it. And speaking of attitudes, you're going to be doing something that I would never do. Never. What? You're doing commentary on a football game. Like, I wouldn't really know how to do this. Talk to me about, you're going to be hosting this weekend?
This weekend. So this Sunday, I'm doing the NFL Wildcard game with Nickelodeon. We did it last year, and I was so nervous. Really? I was really nervous because I was the first female, specifically African-American female, to be up in the booth with the guys for any NFL game ever. So it was definitely a big label to fill. I guess that's probably not the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say?
No, it's just that there's not much representation in the space of sports a lot of times for women, and a lot of times, and just now we're almost seeing an insurgence of more Black women in sports. So it's like it's just became a thing. So that might not have been something that you saw, and then you're like, oh, now I'm doing it. Okay, here we go.
And I wanted to make sure I did it the right way too, because I wanted to be an example for young girls and show them that, you know, if you're interested in sports, there's a place for you, you know? So I wanted to make sure that I did it correctly and I did it to the best of my ability. But now going into the second year, I'm definitely a lot more confident. And it's like, yeah, I got this. And I'm so excited. Young Dylan is joining us this year. He's a good friend of mine. So it's great to work with great people. Nate Burleson, who is doing 1,000,001 things. He's a great human being, and Noah Eagle as well. So that's this Sunday. And it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. Yeah.
But in the meantime, in between time, tell people where they can find you and find everything about you, because we don't want to miss. I'm gonna put my notifications on because I really don't want to miss when this music drops, when the single drops, and I don't want to miss the video because I feel like something is something to this video. You say it's not what we're expecting, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So where are we looking? Right there? All right. So you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Gabrielle Nevaeh. My YouTube channel is at Gabrielle Nevaeh Green. Music video will be on there, and that's it for my socials.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us, giving us your time. Your energy is amazing. A1 girl. I'm super proud of you, and I can't wait to see all the things that you're going to be doing now and next in the future. So
thank you so much. Hey, my name is Gabrielle Nevaeh, and you've just been buzzed.
Lovable is out now on all streaming platforms, and you can see Gabrielle kill it in the announcer's booth on Nickelodeon. After the break, we have the cast of Disney's Secrets of Sulphur Springs. Don't go away. Disney's Secrets of Sulphur Springs is back with season 2, and we have the cast up next to tell us all about it.
People have been telling stories about seeing ghosts around that place for generations.
Harper? There must be reasons Savannah warned us not to go into the future.
Tell us, what can we expect from season 2 with your character?
I mean, in 3 words, I could definitely put it. 1, much more paranormal activities. 2, you're going to learn a lot more about history. And 3, it's just exciting and fun to watch.
Kyla, before the show, were you a believer of ghosts or paranormal activities or aliens or any of that?
In a way, I guess. I don't believe in the conventional, stereotype of ghosts in general, but I do believe that the human spirit lives on after we pass. But I do love the sci-fi genre, so I was excited about that.
Were you a fan, or were you familiar, or did you believe in ghosts before you started the show?
Absolutely. I had a lot, I believe in ghosts. I believe in people having a meaning when they leave. There's some people that maybe they didn't expect to die and then they died, so then they still have more to do on this earth. And I have had some paranormal experiences on my own at my grandma's house. So yes.
Tell us, what can we expect from your character this season?
My character, Sam Tremont, is a part of the Tremont family, who is Daisy's younger brother, who is played by Kanye as well. And he's in the time period of 1930s, which was a lot of fun to play. I mean, the crew and the costumes did an amazing job with that. But definitely my character will help explain questions that are in Sulphur Springs and the history of the Tremont family.
With my character this season, I play 2, so there's 2 separate plot lines that I'm in this season. One of which is Harper, where she's going back in time trying to figure out her family's connection to the Tremont Hotel. And the other side is Daisy, her great-grandmother, who is basically taking care of the 2021 timeline because they get swapped. But it's a lot of fun, kind of playing 2 different eras in a swapped plot. It's kind of crazy. They're trying to navigate the technology of the era and just in general the social rules. I'm excited for people to see it. It's a lot of fun.
Preston, tell us a little bit about your character this season. What can we expect?
So this season, I gotta say, since Harper gets stuck in the 30s and Griffin is still in the current times, with Daisy, which is is it her great-grandmother or great-great-grandmother? It gets confusing. It's one of the two. But he gets stuck with her, and she looks exactly like Harper. And he's trying to get Harper back and Daisy back and switch them and everything, but he's got to keep it on the low. So he's kind of like guiding Daisy to be like Harper and not give anything away. But it's really confusing, and it's a lot of fun to keep up with.
And what about you? How is your character navigating this season?
Well, Savannah is... Well, I think this season she's more with her family this season, but she still wants to help out, so she finds her own like special way to help out, which is gathering information of what she can find out with a new character in the 1960s, and then giving that information to Griffin or Harper in the 30s or 2000s. So she gives that through not going through time traveling, but giving little messages and little crevices.
Now, how are you, Harper, and Daisy one and the same, and then actually different?
I'd say they're connected by their artistic ability. They both express themselves through drawings and express, their past and how they're feeling right now through their drawing. But in general, they're very different. Daisy's very soft-spoken and very introverted. She likes to stay in her comfort zone. She's very loyal to her family. And Harper's very loyal at the same time, but she's very much extroverted, determined, has a strong sense of right and wrong. If she sees something that she believes is morally wrong, she sets her mind to getting rid of it. So yeah, that's where they're very different.
Elle, you've got a chance to go through this time travel thing. Is there a time period that you would like to be stuck in?
I don't really think that there's any... I wouldn't really want to be stuck anywhere, because if I was stuck somewhere, then that means that I wouldn't be where I am now, and I like my family, and I like my dogs, and...
But you can invent TikTok and make $1 billion.
That's true. But I think maybe I would want to go back to, like, 1980s and 1970s so I can meet my parents, or like to the 1800s so I can change some things that were completely wrong, or and like see all the fashion. But I don't know, I would want to maybe redo 2020 if I could find a stop to the pandemic. That would be great.
That's an amazing answer. Preston, what about you? If you had to be stuck in a time period, what would you be?
That's hard because I really like my life right now. If I had to be stuck, I would love to go sometime in the future where flying cars are a thing, and I don't know if you've seen the movie Ready Player One, but like, yeah, that if we had some kind of like virtual reality like that, that'd be awesome, and I would love to be in that time.
Kalia, if you had to be stuck in a time period, which one would it be?
That's a difficult question. I think I'd go back to the Victorian era solely for the fashion, stay there for like an hour, get patterns and such. Mostly because there's a lot that's gone down in the past, and I'd rather stick my nose out of that. But the fashion and the technology is really interesting to me, so I'd probably go back then.
I think I'll hop in the portal with you because I love sewing as well. So I think we'll both grab some fabric.
Yeah.
You should watch Secrets of Sulphur Springs because it is mysterious, frustrating, cliffhanger-ish, and fun.
Yeah, you gotta watch Secrets of Sulphur Springs because it's mysterious, like she said. It's fun, it's suspenseful, it's everything you want to show. It's awesome. Season 2, January 14th.
You should definitely watch this show for paranormal activities. Because if you're a fan of the show, you want to get all your questions answered, and you'll learn a bunch more about history.
Exactly. Yes, you'll learn a lot more about our plot, our characters, you'll meet some new faces, and you'll start to, I think, fall in love with all the new characters. So, if you're interested in character development, come back to Season 2.
Isn't it obvious? Paranormal activity.
As a matter of fact, a room just became available.
Hi, I'm Ethan.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and you've just been buzzed.
Season 2 of The Secrets of Sulphur Springs premiered on Friday, January 14th. Viewers enjoyed 2 back-to-back episodes of the time travel adventure series centered around the mysterious Tremont Hotel. Check your local listings for times. That's all we have. Special thanks to the cast of Disney's Secrets of Sulphur Springs, Gabrielle Nevaeh Green, and Kelianne Stankus. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and double tap us on Instagram, all at Buzz_Access. I'm Trey Rich. Love and light to you all.
How to shine bright tonight, like a diamond in the sky. Maybe it was my daddy, maybe it was Beyonce, who inspired me and my single ladies out to this party. Pulling up to the scene, stepping out like Doreen, with my girl Stacy. This guy, he's staring at me, he's coming over. I just caught his attention, he's coming over.
For more stories and extended clips, go to thebuzzallaccess.com. I'm Trey Rich, and you've just been buzzed.